Taking the internet by storm. Snail slime. We have three things to know about the latest trend. Thing one for you, let's start with the obvious question. Why? Why in the world are people putting snails on their face? Let's talk about it. Experts say the snail's slime, or mucin, is believed to give you plumper, softer, and smoother skin. Doctors say the slime is packed with growth factors, antioxidants, and hyaluronic acid. On top of being moisturizing, it can also help stimulate collagen production, which makes skin appear more youthful. It can also calm irritation, which can help with redness, if that is a problem. This video, my goodness. The slime has also been studied to improve skin texture and fine lines after daily use for 8 weeks. Experts say they do not recommend what you just saw there, putting a snail directly on your face. Don't do that. Instead, use skincare products that have already extracted the slime from the snails. That's thing two. How do you collect snail slime? The specific species used in most skincare today comes actually from the garden snail. Did you know that? They are usually left in a dark room and they crawl on a surface-like mesh, specially made glass, I should say, or a tarp. After that, the slime is collected and it goes through an extensive filtration and cleaning process before it gets to store shelves. Dozens of skincare products use this special mucus. You can find it in toners, serums, cleansers, moisturizers, and more. Finally, thing three. How do I know if a product uses snail slime? Well, you want to check the ingredient list on your products. You may see it referred to as snail secretion filtrate, or SSF. The higher the percentage of snail slime, the earlier it will appear on the label. I feel like I could work for Sephora right now. Tell us your thoughts about the new skincare trend. Would you try it? Let us know. You can connect with us on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag OYSTonight. You can also scan the QR code. Please send us an email. Curious what you think. Coming up next here.